I traded this EMA strategy for 30 straight days. Same rules, no exceptions, and every successful setup you see on this screen comes from the same EMA trading strategy that I am going to share with you in this video. Now, here is what makes this trading strategy different. It catches the fake crossovers before they blow our account. If the crossover is real, we get our entry and we take the trade. And if it is fake, we are simply not in it. And that one filter is the biggest advantage this strategy has. So, let me show you what a fake crossover actually is, because this is the one thing that destroys most EMA traders. The two lines cross, everybody sees it, everybody enters, and then a few candles later those same two lines cross back the other way, price reverses, and every single one of those entries gets stopped out. This happens again and again. And it is the reason most traders believe that EMA crossovers do not work. But a fake crossover always exposes itself, and it does that within a few candles. So our entry comes after that point, never on the cross itself. So in this video, I will show you the exact EMA settings, the full sequence from the cross to the entry trigger, the time frame that gives the cleanest signals, and exactly when this setup should be avoided. So this strategy uses only two indicators, and both of them are exponential moving averages. Now, here is how to add them on TradingView. So click on Indicators at the top of your chart, then search for Moving Average Exponential, and click on it to add it. Then click on it one more time, so now you have two of them sitting on your chart. Next, double-click on the first line to open its settings, and you will see the length is already set to 9. That is the default on TradingView, and 9 is one of the most widely used fast EMA settings among short-term traders, so we leave it exactly as it is. Then go to the Style tab and set the color to green. Now, do the same with the second line, but this time change the length to 20 and set the color to white. So the green line is our 9 EMA. This one is fast, and it reacts quickly to momentum, and the white line is our 20 EMA. This one is slower, and it shows us the short-term trend direction. From here on, I will refer to them only by their numbers. So let's start with the crossover itself. When the 9 crosses above the 20, that only tells us one thing: short-term momentum has shifted, and that is all it tells us. It does not tell us the move has any strength behind it. Now, you might be wondering, then how do we separate a real crossover from a fake one? Well, we do not judge it at the cross at all. We let the market decide it for us. And it does that a few candles later at one specific level on the chart. So let's build up to that level step by step, because every part of this sequence has a reason behind it. So let's understand this whole strategy now, and we will do it with a long trade setup. The same rules apply in reverse for a short trade, and we will look at a short example later in this video. Now, look at this chart. On the left side, price is moving down. The 9 is sitting below the 20, and both lines are sloping down. So this is a downtrend, and there is no setup for us here. Then look at this area. Price starts moving sideways, and both lines flatten out and come together. Now, look carefully here. Price actually pushes above both lines, and a lot of traders would call that a crossover and take a buy. But look at the lines themselves. They did not cross. Price simply went above them and came back down. So, an important thing to remember is that price moving above the EMAs is not a crossover. The two lines have to cross each other. Then here it is, this strong green candle, and now the 9 crosses above the 20. So that is our first clue, but that is all it is, because a cross only tells us that short-term momentum has shifted. Next, we check the two lines themselves. Both of them must slope in the direction of the cross, and they must separate from each other. So look at them here. Both are turning up, and the gap between them keeps getting wider, and that tells us real momentum has entered the market. If they had stayed flat and tangled together, there would be no setup here. Then price runs away from the EMAs, and there is no entry for us in this whole move. The key here is that an entry inside an extended move gives us a bad price and a very wide stop, so we skip this section of the chart completely. Now, the part we care about is the first pullback, and that simply means price stops moving up and comes back down toward the EMAs. So, look here. Price turns and comes right back into the zone. That pullback can touch the 9, or it can go a little deeper into the zone between the 9 and the 20, and both of those are fine. But again, the character of the pullback matters. And see this one, small candles, no strong selling against the trend. And that is exactly what a controlled pullback looks like. Next, that zone has to hold. So, look at the EMAs here. Price comes into them and pushes back up instead of cutting straight through them. But again, that push is not our entry. An EMA touch is not an entry, and a bullish candle is not an entry either. The key here is one specific level on the chart, so let's go and mark it. Now, go back to the last high price made before the pullback started, and that is our nearest minor swing high, which is this level right here. Then take your trend line tool and draw a line across it, but make sure that you draw it above the candle body, not above the wick. An important thing to remember is that a wick only shows where price was rejected, and the body shows where price actually closed. So now we have our level, and our entry is the first candle that closes above it. And here it is, this one right here, this is our entry. Now, look at how it happened here. One strong candle came straight out of the pullback and closed above the level on its own. Sometimes it takes a few candles instead, and both of those are fine. The close is what matters, not how many candles it took. So, remember what I told you at the start of this video about fake crossovers taking out most EMA traders. This level is exactly where that problem gets solved, so let's look at why. Look at what price did between the cross and our entry. It crossed, it ran up, and then it came all the way back down to the EMAs, and that pullback is the market testing whether the move was real. So, if that crossover had been fake, it would have shown itself right here, price would have cut straight through the EMAs, it would never have closed above this level, and the two lines would have crossed back the other way. And in that case, our entry never triggers at all, so there is nothing to stop us out of. But look at what actually happened. Price came back, the EMAs held, and buyers pushed it to a new high. So, the market did the work for us. It gave that crossover every chance to fail, and it did not fail. And that is our proof that the move has real strength behind it. So, we are not guessing at the cross anymore. We are entering after the market has already answered the question. So, we are in the trade, and the first thing we do is define our risk. Our stop loss goes below the pullback low, this low right here, just before our entry. The key here is that this is where buyers stepped in and held the move. So if price goes back below it, our reason for being in this trade is gone. Then we take that distance from our entry down to our stop, and we measure it twice above our entry. That gives us our target right here, and that is our minimum 1 to 2. And from here, price pushes up, clears our target, and keeps running well beyond it. So, before we move on, if this breakdown is making sense to you, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because I break down a complete strategy like this every single week, and the next one is already in the works. So let's quickly go through time frames because this makes a big difference. The 1-hour chart gives the cleanest signals with this strategy. The crossovers are fewer, and the pullbacks are much easier to read. The 15-minute chart works too, and it gives you faster setups, but only with one extra rule. That rule is simple. You check the 1-hour trend first. If the 1-hour is bullish, we only take long setups on the 15-minute. And if the 1-hour is bearish, we only take shorts. Any 15-minute signal going against the 1-hour, we skip it. Avoid the 1-minute and 5-minute charts. The noise and fake crossovers increase heavily there. So, let's flip everything around and go through a short setup, and this one is gold on the 1-hour chart. Now, look here on the left. Price is sitting flat near the highs, and both EMAs are tangled together, so there is nothing for us here. Then price starts dropping, the 9 crosses below the 20, and look at the lines after that cross. Both of them slope down and they separate from each other, so momentum is confirmed on the sell side. Price makes its move down, and then it comes back up toward the EMAs. Now, look at the character of this pullback. Small candles, slow, no strong buying at all, and that is exactly what we want to see. Price reaches the EMA zone here, and this is our rejection. The zone held as resistance and pushed price straight back down. So now we mark the nearest minor swing low, which is this yellow line right here, and this candle closes below it, so that is our entry. Our stop loss goes above the pullback high with a small buffer right here, and our 1 to 2 target sits down here. And price drops straight through that target and keeps falling. So let's put the whole thing together one more time. The crossover is not the entry. It only opens the door. We need both EMAs sloping and separating. Then the first controlled pullback into the EMA zone. Then that zone has to hold. And finally, A candle that closes beyond the nearest minor swing high or swing low, and that close is where we enter. Everything shown in this video is strictly for educational purposes. Nothing here is financial advice. Trading involves significant risk. Always make decisions based on your own analysis. Charts used in this video are sourced from TradingView.